What's that for? The latest from our daily newsletter at podnews.net. The first ever live recording of Marc Maron's WTF in the UK has been announced for October the 19th in London's Bloomsbury Theatre. David Baddiel will be the guest. Tickets have just gone on sale. It's been ages since the last blockbuster narrative podcast, says Nick Quah in an article for Vulture. Serial, he said, swiftly became a sensation, and it primed you to wonder which show would manage the feat next. It's hard to say that any has, he concludes. Wonder Media Network announced its new subscription service through Apple Podcasts. When you sign up for WMN Politics Plus, you'll get bonus content from shows like Majority 54 and early access to new podcasts like Teaching Texas, as well as ad-free shows. If you've any interest in analytics, research or statistics, then the ASI International Radio and Audio Conference in Nice in France on November the 2nd should be of interest, and we should know. I've spoken there many times. It's the last day today for the early booking discount, we're told. Southern Cross Austereo, a Australian radio broadcaster and operator of audio app Listener, has signed a multi-year podcast deal with AFL, the Australian Football League. Charges with Rex Chapman is to be adapted as a TV documentary. Podcast A24 has postponed its New York event on October the 4th. We couldn't deliver the event that we'd planned, said Radio Days Europe General Manager Peter Neagle. Events in Sydney and in London will still take place. Discount code PODN1215 will save around half price in both places. Cumulus Media and Harla Taha's Yap Media have signed a podcast partnership, and Podcast Radio have announced more details of its New York conference event on October the 19th. In People News, streaming and podcast solutions provider Streamguys has announced a set of promotions, and Wilma Valderrama has become a shareholder in My Cultura, the Latinx podcast network. And in podcast news, in the Unicorn Launcher, you'll find the real, raw and unfiltered lives of two Australian tech founders pulling apart and rebuilding their small company under the guidance of Silicon Valley super coach Matt Mockery. It's halfway through the first season and takes quite the twists and turns. Passport to Everywhere with Melissa Biggs Bradley is new from Sirius XM. Trees have an impact on everyone, and Tree Speech is back for a fourth season with narrative storytelling, interviews and wanderlust. And Can I Tell You a Secret is new from The Guardian, a new 6-part podcast series exploring the case of Matthew Hardy, someone who stalked women online for over a decade, wreaking havoc in their lives and those of their friends and families. It would often start in the same way, a fake profile posting as a young woman with a simple message, "Hey hun, can I tell you a secret?" And that's the latest from our newsletter. To read all the stories and subscribe, we're at podnews.net.